cutting steel, drilling holes, grinding, and then some welding. We're going to build a truck bed extension piece today. So y'all hang on, let's get started. So about like any other project, it starts out with some measurements. Now I found some measurements for this thing online, but I went ahead and took some just for my truck. And even though I have these measurements written down, I'm still going to change them as I go. This is going to be more of a custom fit just for my truck, but I'm going to make this one adjustable so it should fit any truck that I put it on. That 2-inch I just wrote on there represents 2-inch square tubing, because that's what I will need to go inside the truck receiver. So if you've watched me do this before, you know how I'll take the first piece that I cut and use it as a pattern to cut all the rest. And as I'm building this thing, I go to thinking, this would be a great project for somebody who's in trade school or some young kid who's out in his daddy's shop trying to learn how to weld. It's a great project for somebody like that. It's not hard to do and it doesn't require a whole lot of material. I'm using 1.5-inch square tubing to slide inside the 2-inch. That way I can make it adjustable. And this thing don't have to be adjustable. You could just build it to size and weld it up. It sure would be a lot easier to build and definitely a lot less holes to drill. But that's up to you. Build it however you want to. I'm marking the center of this piece because on the inside these two pieces are going to butt together when I slide them back and forth. So if I put them right there in the center, now I can lay everything out together as one piece. And this is where I'm going to drill all my holes. Now for all my adjustments, I'm going to make my spaces 2 inches. I suppose you can make them whatever you want to, but 2 inches just seemed right to me. So that's what I went with. I get a center punch and just put a little dinger in there where I made all my marks, and that'll keep my drill bit from walking when I go to drill my holes. Now something I like to do when I get done drilling holes is to come back with a countersink and just hit it just a little bit. It doesn't matter what size countersink as long as it's bigger than the hole that you drilled. It just adds a little chamfer in there and smooths out everything. Kinda use it like a reamer. It's not necessary, but it sure makes everything look better. An old pipe welder told me years ago that the difference between a good job and a bad job is normally about 10 minutes. So I just take a few extra seconds to chamfer these holes and smooth everything out. Now it's time for the worst part of the whole job, grinding. but it is necessary if you want to have good welds. Good prep work will lead to good welds. I'm only going to tack these together for now. That way I can dry fit everything and make sure it's the way that I like it before I weld everything together. And it's a good thing that I did, because I end up cutting these welds off here in just a little while and redoing it. Okay, so I need to center this piece 1.5 inches up on this 2-inch. So I need to lay a piece of 1/4-inch plate under there, and that would line it up perfect. But I don't have a piece of 1/4-inch anything laying around, which is very weird. So this piece of 3/16 is close enough. If y'all won't tell nobody, I won't either. So after putting it on the truck, it's running downhill really bad. So I decided to cut those welds off, put it on the table and let it hang off the table upside down, and now it's running downhill. So after I get done welding it and flip it back up, it should be running uphill, and that should help level it out some when I put it on the truck. So it looks like it's gonna work. The first time I put it together, I welded it straight, and that thing was almost dragging the ground. So by putting that little offset in it, it really straightened it up a lot. It looks a lot better now. Now it's time to weld everything up. I got it just the way I like it. But this welder is one of them old-fashioned kind. You gotta hook your ground up before it'll work. I've heard people say that they don't like flux core welders for several different reasons. But with a little time and practice, flux cores can make some very nice welds. This was the cheapest can of spray paint Lowe's had. And it was cheap alright. I think it was 99% water and 1% black food coloring. This stuff's terrible. Adding the stickers on here really set this thing off. It almost looks store-bought. I put the ladder on here just for an example, to show that hauling stuff that's too long for the bed of your truck is no longer a problem. Now this is kind of cool. You can take this thing out and flip it around. And if you have a cargo rack on top of the cab, you can haul stuff up there if you want to. Now I believe this thing is going to be very useful. So don't be surprised if you see it in future videos, because I plan on using it a lot. But like always, thank you so very much for watching here at the house.